Ahoy there, and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about books. I'm Raven.
I'm Jess.
How did you like that new beginning?
Ahoy, matey. I was like, should I introduce myself pirate style? But then I was like, I have no idea
Arr.
how to do.
They call me Jess.
I'm Jess. Arr.
Arr. What are we drinking today?
I'm drinking ginger and turmeric tea. Ooh. Me and my ginger.
Wow, what a surprise.
Surprise!
I'm drinking something new.
Ooh!
That I just bought the other day.
Oh, no way.
Now, you might want to sit down for this.
Tea? Oh shit. Good thing I'm already sitting.
It is hot tea, for one.
Hot damn.
I decided to bite the bullet because it's been a while since I've had hot tea on the podcast. I have the fan on again, by the way, and it is 28 degrees in my house.
Oh,
so
gross. Let's see how hot it is outside. One sec.
We're having another mini heat wave here in the lower mainland of BC.
26 outside.
Yep, and it's like 7 at night. Anyway, it's gonna get up to like early 30s over the weekend, I think.
34 on Friday.
Yeah.
It's going to cool off. Apparently it's going to rain on Sunday, though.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently.
That might be nice because we
I won't feel
plans.
as sad for the plans then. I won't feel as sad being indoors.
Well, if it does end up being nice, we can always take it out onto the deck, you know?
Oh, hell yeah. Especially if it's cooler outside than it is inside.
Our plans, by the way, for those who are listening, we're going to be starting off our D&D adventure, finally. Well, not really. We're just kind of going to be, like, talking about how D&D works, because we're inviting...
It's still starting.
Yeah.
Basically.
But, like, we've never played before. Yes, we've consumed a lot of D&D content, but we've never played ourselves. And we have a couple of friends who are joining us as well who have never played D&D either and don't know much about it. So it's mostly going to be going over how it works, what kind of characters we're interested in, what kind of story we're interested in playing, and that sort of thing.
It's been 4 years since we got into D&D.
I bought a fucking starter set and I have not used it.
Same.
I mean, you have a starter set too?
Was it a starter set or was it like character build?
Whatever you have, make sure you bring it.
I'll bring all 3 of my things.
Okay, cool.
I have 2 books and like one like work like folder with a bunch of sheets in it.
Yeah, bring it.
Alright.
Cool.
It's been a long time.
Yes, so Jess and Jake and I are all very eager.
Who knows about the other 2?
Yeah. Definitely not as eager as us, but I'm sure they're interested.
Yeah.
What I'm drinking, by the way.
Oh shit.
It is a decaf vanilla nut cream.
What?
Yep, take a second and absorb that. With oat milk.
Oat milk, yum!
I've decided I like oat milk.
Oh, wow, it took you a while. Oat milk is like the non-dairy milk that I like.
I always thought I liked almond milk. And I don't hate almond milk, but I would put almond milk in my tea and I would be like, this just tastes watered down now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I was like, I can't use like anything other than cream. Like, but then I tried oat milk and this shit is creamy, dude.
Yup. And it has a delicious flavor that like complements something that's bitter.
Yeah.
And if you're drinking something bitter that complements it, like, whoa.
This shit
So
is
good.
working for me.
Oh man. Man, eat like almond milk, like have it with cereal. It's like drinking with. It's just so gross. So gross.
Oh, well, I would never ever do that in my life. So
Haven't we done it? We've both done it before with like when we stayed at a cousin's place and all she had was almond milk.
did we?
Yeah, yeah, fuck, how long ago was it?
Which cousin is this?
It was Shannon before she was married when she was staying at the house.
All
The
she
other
had was
house.
oat milk, or sorry, almond milk.
No, almond milk. And with her, yeah, we had the cereal.
This is
And it
bringing
was just almond milk, and it was
vague
bad.
memories.
It was bad.
So that was something she was doing regularly, having cereal with almond milk.
Yeah, she loves almond milk, I think.
Oh, that's so
think.
whack.
And, like, first one I had chamomile tea though. Was
Yeah, same.
that-
I think that was also the first time I had honey in tea instead of sugar.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. And I have my honey in this decaf vanilla nut cream, honey, oat milk. This thing is bomb.
Hell yeah. But
And
it
it's
is.
decaf because it's late. And I'm an old woman.
And aren't you sensitive to caffeine?
No.
No?
I can't do coffee, but I don't think it's the caffeine. I think it's
The coffee.
the coffee. It's just like it's too acidic or something for my stomach.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it makes my stomach really upset and like pretty much instantly. Like if I have more than one tiny sip,
Ooh.
it's game
Yeah,
over.
That makes sense. Yeah, coffee's very acidic.
Yeah, like every time
Sound-
Jake gets some fancy coffee drink from Starbucks, I'll always have one little sip and like enjoy that sip.
You're like, no more.
But I can't
No
have
risk.
more.
That's happened to me before. I've gotten stomach aches after having coffee.
Mm.
But I keep going. Because I'm crazy. Because coffee is delicious. I'm not going to give it up.
Have I told you Jake used to drink like 3 or 4 cups a day?
Oh,
I think
Jesus.
this was like when he was in high school.
Oh, even worse. We're a teen.
Yeah.
You're consuming that much caffeine?
Maybe I have the wrong amount, but it was a lot. He was drinking like way too much.
That's fucking crazy, oh.
Yeah.
Anyone who drinks that much, like, come on, look after your heart.
Yeah. Well, I
poor
think he
thing.
started back in high school and only like a year or 2 ago started slowing down and having 1 cup a day. But anyway,
Late 20s.
yeah.
Poor heart.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And butthole.
Someone else.
I don't know. Doesn't coffee make you shit?
Second there, I was just confused. I'm like, wait, what are we talking about now?
Pooping.
What else are you telling me about?
Oh, stop.
Hey, I don't know him yet. I mean, I guess helps you poo.
Helps you.
Yeah.
I think it forces you. It's like, it's poo time, baby. Anyway, where did we leave off our characters?
Well, with Arya, the Hound comes back and demands his gold that these guys took. Gendry chooses to join them, the Merry Men, by adopt them, and chooses to blacksmith for them. And this makes Arya feel betrayed a little. Jaime
Yeah.
Jaime shares what really happened when he killed King Aerys to Brienne, and they later learn from Lord Bolton that Jaime is going to be sent back to King's Landing while Brienne has to stay and become Vargo Holt's plaything.
Gross.
And what's after? Catland. Edmure agrees to marry one of the Frey girls, and Robb agrees to head to the twins to formally apologize to Lord Walder Frey in person.
Uh-oh. Chapter
Starting with
43.
Arya.
Mm-hmm. What are you giggling about?
I bought honey that has a honeycomb in it.
Fun.
And I've used that honey for my tea. And there's like melted wax floating on top of my tea now.
Oh, weird.
It is weird. At first I thought it was like grease. I'm like, what the fuck's this? And then it touched my mouth and it's wax.
Oh, well.
That's wax. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh well.
Don't follow it.
It won't kill me. Oh yeah. They arrive back at High Heart. High Heart is apparently tall enough that it is above the rain. What? I thought it was a hill, not a freaking mountain.
That's definitely bizarre. How do you just casually walk up something that's taller than the rain?
Than the clouds.
What? That doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. Maybe it's the magic of Westeros.
Okay. Let's go with that.
Thoros is trying to see visions in the flames. Thoros explains, when questioned by Arya, that he was the youngest of 8, so his parents gave him to the Red Temple, where he learned to be a priest. But he wasn't very good at it, and he didn't care for it. And because of that, because he was more bother than worth, he was sent to King's Landing to try and convert the king. At the time, King Aerys, because he dragons, fire, Red Temple, red priest. That was their thinking, I guess. That night, Arya sees a tiny woman again as she joins Thoros, Lem, and Lord Beric by the fire. She calls Lord Beric the Lord of Corpses, which he does not like.
Oh.
Fucking savage. She gets her song from Tom in return for her dreams. She initially asks Lem for a long, sloppy kiss of tongue, and he was like, hell no. Gross.
Dang, she's not afraid to ask for what she wants.
She horny. After being touched and so low. Okay. So she tells them her dreams. One of them, she tells them that the Kraken King is dead and the Iron Squids are fighting amongst each other.
Whoa. Slow down. Are you interpreting what she actually says, or is that what she actually says?
She straight up said that. She straight up said, the Kraken King is dead!
So she's
and
saying...
the Iron Squids are fighting!
That would be Balon Greyjoy.
Yeah. The last time they were there, she saw the guy, the drowned guy on the bridge, and now she's saying that the Kraken King is dead.
Wait, she saw what guy?
There was a drowned man standing on a bridge in the middle of a rainstorm with a drowned crow. I think it was a drowned man, or was it just a drowned crow? But there was a man that she couldn't quite make out.
Wait, did you know who that was?
I guessed it was, what's his face?
Euron?
Yeah. I guessed it was Euron.
But why would Euron be drowned? Is that a spoiler? Like, I don't remember him drowning.
Why would he have a drowned crow on his shoulder? I don't know what that is either.
Yeah.
But that was my guess, because I was thinking of the show when he was on the bridge, and that's how he got rid of what's his face, Kraken King.
Spoilers.
If you haven't seen the show, spoilers.
Okay. She says that Balon is dead.
Okay. She says, in the Hall of Kings, the goat sits alone and fevered as the great dog descends on him. Okay. So goat makes me immediately think of Vargo.
Yeah.
Vargo, the goat. The Hall of Kings, I'm wondering, like, is that Harrenhal? And the great dog, is that the mountain? Because of what he did to freaking what's his face, Jaime. Is Tywin gonna send the mountain after him?
Oh, there it is. That sounds right. But why is that, like, important enough to
for this lady
prophesize?
To see?
Yeah.
Maybe her dreams are freaking random. Like, she can't tell the important ones from the non-important ones.
Yeah, but Doesn't it seem more likely that it is important if she's
I said.
prophesizing it?
I don't know much about Vargo Hope.
That's
how
what I
important he
mean,
is
though.
in the
I'm
show.
like, am I not gathering how important this guy is? Because he seems pretty, like, lame to me. He did cut off Jaime's hand, but, like...
He did. Like, that was, like, his the most important thing he's done so far.
It doesn't seem like he would have a big impact on the world, on, like, Westeros as a whole.
I mean, like, I know he's been terrorizing the people, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
I only know of him from Jaime's chapters.
Yeah.
Anywho, she sees a wolf howling in the rain in grief.
Oh no.
I'd be curious. No, I was thinking, like, who?
I know who.
You do?
It's a Grey Wind, right? Like before.
You
Yeah.
think it was Grey Wind? Oh no.
I mean, that's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I was wondering if it, like, I was
could be
thinking about
Bran in
Jon.
summer.
I was thinking about Jon. He seems to be in grief.
Ah.
But if it was Grey Wind, ooh.
That's what I'm leaning towards, but I'm thinking it could also be Bran in summer. Because the last time he was in summer, he was, like, running around in the rain. So that just immediately comes to mind. But I'm thinking it's more likely Grey Wind.
Yeah, like, grief, I feel like, isn't something Bran
Like, how would he know?
is going to experience
Yeah.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
She sees a maid at a feast with purple serpents in her hair with venom dripping from their fangs. And she sees the same maid slaying a savage giant in a castle built of snow.
Yo, what?
Now, this one has stumped me.
Okay, because
Big
let's
time.
start with the first bit.
A maid at a feast with purple serpents in her hair, dripping venom from their fangs.
So who would you think that is? Off the top of
I
your head.
don't know. I'm like thinking.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
You tell me.
I'm thinking
I'm
it's the Purple Wedding, if you know what I mean. Right? There's a feast. There's
Oh my
purple.
gosh. Same maid slaying a savage giant in his castle built of snow.
That's what I'm confused about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, unless
Like, it could be a metaphor.
yeah,
Unless?
it could be a metaphor. So, okay, I might sound really stupid here, but I don't remember who's wearing the thing at the Purple Wedding. Is it Sansa?
Yeah.
Okay, it is Sansa. So yeah,
Ooh.
it could be her going back to Winterfell and retaking it with Jon.
God. But we don't know if that happens in the books.
Yeah, we have no idea.
That's the one thing. Damn, that would be crazy if that was like far in the future telling.
Right?
Instead of the stuff that's going on now. Like suddenly she sees something like breaking far in the future.
I mean, what else would it be? How does it go again?
I mean, she sees the same maid slaying a savage giant in a castle built of snow.
A savage
The
giant. The castle built of
Yeah.
snow has to be Winterfell. Right?
Castle black.
Oh, it could
Anything
be,
up
yeah.
there. We're like that's what really stumps me. Castle built of snow. I don't know.
I mean,
Savage giant, like a tyrant.
yeah, that's what I'm. Because I
You're
think it
thinking-
has to be Sansa, right? Because the first part makes so much sense with the Purple Wedding.
It sure does. Now that you said that, I'm like, damn.
So I'm thinking it has to be Sansa, and the only like castle built of snow that's coming up next, I think, would be Winterfell.
Like that's like the first castle. One of the first castles you think of.
Yeah,
You think of snow.
and it's weird to call the person there a giant, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Savage giant.
Like
Like,
savage,
you can be
yeah.
giant in metaphor.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
just
huge
like
reputation or something.
he definitely could. It could be, but it like doesn't click enough the way that everything else in Game of Thrones does, you know?
Yeah.
Because like giant, like he doesn't immediately scream giant to me.
No. Not to me.
Yeah,
Look at me, savage.
definitely savage.
Giant. Aye. Then she spots Arya and beckons her closer. As Arya approaches, the woman grows fearful, calling her wolf child and blood child. She says she thought it was Lord Beric who stunk of death, but it's her. The woman begins to sob, saying that she's already gorged in grief in Summerhall, and she wants none of Arya's and tells her to be gone.
Damn.
Whoa, this kid already stinks of death? Like,
Well,
how many people has she killed?
I don't think it's just that, but
Or is it just surrounding her?
yeah, because there's also like the dwarf woman mentioned she didn't want Arya's grief. So I think
yeah.
it's probably Arya's losses as well as her like victories
Her
involving deaths.
experience in general.
Yeah.
Experiences. She's had pretty crazy traveling time. As soon as she left King's Landing, suddenly her life is like flipping on the go. Death everywhere.
Who's died since she left King's Landing?
I mean, like, she like finds tons of dead bodies as they travel because of the war. When she was captured by the mountain in the little village, she saw plenty of people get killed. Tortured and killed, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess Arya's like carrying all that around. That makes sense.
Lord Beric explains that she is with them and they're bringing her to River Run to her mother. But the old woman says no, she's no longer there. That they are heading to the twins for the wedding.
Oh no.
So the next day it's raining heavily and they're miserable in their travels. As they travel, Arya and Ned make small talk, and remember, Ned is Lord Beric's squire. He's just a kid. Ned asks about Jon Snow and he says that they are milk brothers. And you're like, what the fuck is a milk brother?
The fuck?
Apparently Ned's mother couldn't breastfeed him, so Jon's mother Wyla breastfed him. She asks if he's lying and he swears it on his house. She asks who he is and he tells her that he is Edric Dane, the Lord of Starfall.
What is that? What is Starfall?
What is Starfall? She asks. So apparently Edric's father was the older brother to Sir Arthur Dane, the Sword of Mourning, one of the White Cloaks who served with Rhaegar. One of Rhaegar and King Aerys. He served under King Aerys as a White Cloak, but he also served with Rhaegar and was formidable, apparently. Extremely formidable dude. Known around the world for his skill in the blade.
Okay, so spoiler alert.
Is that a spoiler?
No, I'm about to say something.
Okay.
So, Ned says that both Neds say that Wyla is Jon's mother.
Yeah.
But
who the fuck is Wyla?
we now know possibly she could have just been the wet nurse.
Oh!
Or
didn't even occur to my brain. Oh my god.
For Jon.
She could have been his wet nurse.
And that's probably why Ned said
it was Wyla.
She was the mother.
God, and why everyone else thinks it was Wyla.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow. And this makes sense because of the connection between okay, this is like too much spoilers, but the connection that you just mentioned about like who Ned's father is and who he like we used to fight with, you know.
Yeah.
And the Wyla was his wet nurse, so it would make sense that, like, if these guys were homies, they might use the same wet nurse.
My god.
We're learning a lot.
But I think, what's his face? Sir Arthur Dane died pretty soon, from what I saw from the show. Like, before Ned got to...
Okay, well, you can't say that much.
It's not you.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine, though. Like, Wyla could have still been there and involved.
Proof?
This is cool. This is adding up.
Anyways, yeah, so he tells Arya who he is. Gendry, who is listening behind them, groans in disgust. He does not seem to care about being surrounded by lords and ladies.
Oh.
Arya throws a crab apple at him and hits him in the freaking head.
Hell yeah.
Get him. What the fuck is a crab apple? Crab apple. It's like a tiny apple?
I don't know.
They're so cute. Wait, did I have some of these for lunch? Oh no, I didn't.
What?
Oh my god. They're small.
They're just teeny weeny little apples?
Yeah, like you can fit like 2 comfortably in your hand. I think it's like half the size of a regular apple.
Cute.
Adorable. Arya thinks about once she gets to Riverrun, she'll write Jon a letter to tell him that Wyla is his mom.
Aww.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know that, wait, didn't Ned tell him already?
Yeah, Ned just told Arya.
Right. No.
Yeah. What?
Wait. What?
Huh?
Oh, Ned. Sorry.
What are you confused?
Eddard. I remembered Eddard telling someone about Wyla, and I was like, wait, didn't he tell Jon? But then I was like, no, he told King Robert.
King Robert asked about her.
Yeah.
Like, what's her name again? Wyla.
Yeah.
Now shut up.
You right.
We're not talking about this.
You right.
Edric tells Arya about his aunt, Lady Ashara Dane, who killed herself before he was born. Apparently, Ashara met her father, Ned Stark, and his brothers at Harrenhal before Robert was king. I guess at the famous tourney.
That we need to mention a million times in every chapter now,
Where
apparently.
Our crowned Lyanna,
The
Queen of Love and Beauty.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ashara and Ned were in love, and she ended up killing herself from a broken heart when he married Catelyn. Yeah, my response. Arya refuses to believe it, saying her father only loved her mother. There is no one else. And Gendry, Gendry retorts behind them that her father must have found his bastard son under a cabbage leaf. That was good. Cabbage Patch Kid. And then Gendry goes on a rant that at least Jon had his father, and that his father is a big piece of shit, and he'll beat him bloody if he were to show up, and asks what does it matter who her father loved since he's dead. Which was kind of cold.
Damn.
Just because you didn't have a dad doesn't mean she didn't.
But also,
Anyways.
that revealed that he has no idea who his dad is.
Of course, no. All he knows is some freaking piece of shit who knocked up his mama
Yeah.
and bounced.
Mm-hmm.
Arya gets pissed and leaves, deciding that Edric is a liar. Harwin comes up beside her and guides her back to the group, warning her of wolves. She asks she asks Harwin about Ashara, and Harwin says that he doubts there's much truth to it, but what of it? Like, this happened back when his brother Brandon was alive and betrothed to her mother. They would have been free to love whoever. Harwin also speculated that Ashara killed herself in grief over her brother Sir Arthur's death.
Interesting.
And then they find a long abandoned village to take shelter in from the rain. Gendry asks what happened to this abandoned village, and Notch explains that when King Robert came to power, Lord Goodbrook, who lorded this village, stayed loyal to the Targaryens, so the Tullys came and took them out to gain favor with King Robert. Arya notices Gendry giving her a queer look, and then looking away when she met his eyes. Guess he's judging her family now.
Yeah.
He's like, frickin' lords and ladies killing the small folk. Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. Thoros suggests building a fire, and the men get to work. And they're camping in a stable in the abandoned village. Soon they get a big fire going. Thoros is watching his flames and muttering to himself. Lem starts complaining about how the Tullys don't like him, and that Lysa took all of his golden clothes when he was at the Vale. Apparently, for a second there, I thought Lem was the bard who followed Tyrion and Catelyn. But I did some googling, he wasn't.
Oh.
So, like, when was Lem at the Vale?
That's a good question.
Lysa. So I couldn't find anything, so I moved on. So Thoros is still watching the flames, and he just goes like, Lannisters! And he, like, goes to Lord Beric with him and Tom, and they start talking. Arya sees them looking at her and gesturing, and Tom gets so angry he punches the wall at one point. Then Lord Beric gestures for her to come. Thoros tells her that he saw a vision of the Lannisters taking River Run.
Oh.
Arya says that her brother will fight them off, but Thoros tells her that he did not see them in the flames, and that they're probably heading to the twins like the old lady said. They start arguing over where to take her, and it becomes too much for Arya. She runs out of the stables faster than they can catch her. She runs as fast and as far as she can, while angrily thinking that she was a fool to trust her friends, and that she shouldn't have taken Gendry and Hot Pie with her, and that they aren't her pack, and everyone's just gonna leave her anyways. Then, out of nowhere, a hand snatches her as she ducks around the corner of an old house. She shouts, it's like, you're hurting me. And she's gonna go back, and then freaking Sandor Clegane's like, no, you're mine now.
Oh.
And takes her. And yeah, he's got her now.
Shit.
He's got her.
So Sandor has Arya.
Adios,
Is that how
Mary
that
Man.
plays out in the show? Do you remember?
See, brain, tell me what happened. It's not exactly the same, but I think maybe she does run at some point and he snatches her up.
Okay.
I don't really remember.
Okay.
I don't remember.
That's fine. I remember nothing either, so can't blame you.
Nice. So it's like watching the show again as you watch with Eric.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it is kind of like watching it for the first time.
For the very first time.
All right. So those the dwarf woman's dream things.
Yeah.
Those are very interesting.
I like her when she shows up and she gives her dreams. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Game over.
I like trying to figure them out.
I like this game.
Uh,
Are you ready for a jammy?
yeah, chapter 44.
Jammy.
Jammy. Yes, jammy.
For my jammies. Anyways, when Jaime is better, an escort of 200 men is formed to bring him back to King's Landing. It is led by some guy named Steelshanks Walton. And, like, I guess his first name is Steelshanks, which is weird as fuck, but okay. And Qyburn is tagging along to keep Jaime in good health. Lord Bolton dresses Jaime up like a knight with a sword and dagger and shield. I guess to make him look good for his papa.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Bolton leaves when they do with his own host to head to the twins for the wedding.
Ooh.
Lord Bolton tells Jaime to send his regards to Lord Tywin, and Jaime answers to send his to Robb Stark. Ooh.
Ooh.
The Lannisters send their regards. Spoilers!
Yep.
Before he leaves, Jaime approaches Rorge and says to him, a Lannister always pays his debts. Ooh, get him! Roy is one of the mummers, by the way.
He was one of the ones with Jack and Hagar and Biter.
Yeah. I knew that name sounded familiar. He was one of them freaks that Arya knew.
Yep.
Ish. Anyways, as they travel, Steelshanks avoids the King's Road. They pass an abandoned mill that Jaime recognizes from years ago. Jaime remembers this mill, that him passing through it when he was just a kid, on his way for the Harrenhal journey, where he was also knighted as on the King's Guard. So he's remembering this specifically of King Aerys putting on a big show to knight Jaime, but that night King Aerys sadistically commanded him to go back to King's Landing to guard the Queen and Prince Viserys to prevent him from competing in the tourney, stating that Jaime now belongs to him and not Tywin, which made Jaime understand then that he wasn't chosen to be a King's Guard for his skill, but instead to spite his father and rob him of his heir.
Yikes.
And this memory makes him like really bitter. It's something that really upsets him. A girl had visited Jaime the night before at Harrenhal, but he had turned her away. During the traveling, Qyburn approaches him and asks how he enjoyed her, and he realizes that it was frickin' Qyburn who sent this hooer to him. Jaime asks if he often sends girls to men, but Qyburn says it's actually often the other way when he travels with Lord Vargo. He has Qyburn examine women before he fucks them after a bad time of catching an STI once, I guess.
Oh. Goddamn crabs.
Mustn't have been it must not have been a bad STI if he only caught it once and it eventually recovered. Like, what's that bad one that was really rampant until the early 1900s?
Gonorrhea.
No. It starts with an S. Think of pirates. What was the STI that was going through? The one that like made you rot.
I'm not Googling it, I'm just pulling it out of my mind.
I just googled STI, starts with S, old timey.
Old timey.
Fuck. No, it's not showing me. It's not good enough.
Syphilis.
Ah, there we go. Syphilis, the really bad one.
That's the one.
At least he didn't catch syphilis.
Let's see.
Because that would have sucked face.
I'm looking at some.
The rot. It does. Syphilis.
Level
The ones that
of infectivity is greatest in early stages and decreases over time in later stages. Well, that makes sense. Clinical presentation. Highly variable. Lesions.
rot.
Whatever that is, yeah. Sounds just like large wounds.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you want to see a picture?
No! Yes.
Actual photo here of a man with syphilis on his scalp.
Oh god. Is this like gonna trigger my trypophobia?
Yes.
Okay, then pass. Because that stuff haunts me for days.
Because it's definitely rotting into his scalp.
Oh, stop. Okay. I'm getting really hot now.
Oh no.
Moving on.
Moving on. Well, no, STIs.
We were talking about what's his face's syphilis.
Parent syphilis. Qyburn promises that the girl he'd sent Jaime was clean, and says offhandedly that Brienne is also clean and was a maiden as of last night. Jaime's like, what?
The fuck? How can he tell that?
What? Apparently, what do you call that fucked up thing? Freaking hymens are a thing, apparently. To men. I think like that's the only way.
If Brienne hasn't broken her hymen by this time, that's some bullshit.
Isn't that psycho? She rides a freaking horse. How is it not broken?
She rides a horse. She's very athletic. She's constantly exercising by, like,
I think
fighting with swords.
George is just not very educated on Hymens.
Is George the one who said that?
No, George. George R. Martin.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh? Yeah, because I was going to say, this is a writing issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
riding horses definitely will get rid of that.
yeah.
And by the way, Hymens don't even like cover the vagina fully. And everyone's different too.
Yeah. One, lots of people with vaginas can have sex without breaking their hymen. Can have sex for years, lots of times with multiple partners and not break their hymen.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you can break your hymen by doing other things like riding a horse or
Gymnastics,
athletics, anything athletic. Three, is there even a way to, like, I mean, I don't know about this, but
scientifically, no.
how do you actually tell?
Exactly. And like there are different shapes and sizes. Sometimes they don't even cover the opening, and they're just like little tiny little thing. Like you can't tell. It's not reliable way of telling if someone's being penetrated or not.
Did you hear about T.I.? Like, I think it was T.I. like having his daughter checked like every year for her hymen.
Oh my god, I don't know who it was, but I remember him bragging about it like it was something to be, like it was something admirable.
Fucking disgusting.
No, oh my god, I'm like, oh my god, girl, get out of there.
That's
Get out of
abuse.
there and cut contact.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I can't even imagine a father trying to control his daughters. Why do you care? Do you really objectify her like that? Like, oh my god. What is she to you? A freaking prize? A freaking trophy? Like, what the? Like, she's a human being. A freaking mammal with freaking natural instincts that aren't wrong.
No, she is his possession. And he will not have her tainted.
Why do you think so badly of your own dick? That is what taints women. Fuck off!
It's so fucking twisted. It's like, it's hard to even believe it's real.
It's so gross, actually. It's pretty easy to believe. It's how we were raised. I'm like, it was like, oh, another fucking sicko.
Ew.
Stop objectifying your daughters.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, gross.
Yep.
Let's get out of there.
Yep.
Okay. Jaime's like, what? Then Qyburn explains that Lord Vargo had contacted her father, who offered 300 golden dragons for her, but he believes that he's being cheated and he wants his payment in sapphires.
Dragons aren't good enough for him?
No, he wants his fucking sapphires.
The fuck?
Jaime gets irritated, but more with himself for being concerned for Brienne's safety. It's like, fucking hell, why are you so upset about her being there? Forget about her, man. Mm-hmm. Fuck her. Well, anyways, that night after they make camp, Qyburn brings Jimmy some dream wine. He's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get fucked up and have some horny dreams about my sister. And he goes to sleep, propped against a tree stump, thinking of Cersei. He really wants those sexy dreams. And so he dreams. He's naked and alone, under Casterly Rock, surrounded by enemies that he can't really see, because it's freaking dark. He has his right hand, which gives him confidence. He's surrounded by a dozen tall people in cloaks holding spears. He doesn't really see them. He demands who they are, but they do not answer. They only prod him with their spears. So he goes further down into the dark, despite knowing that he should be going up. And he's going down like steps. The steps end in pitch darkness, and he is prodded into the abyss. He asks where he is, and he is told, "This is your place," by thousands of voices of every Lannister since Lan the Clever, the very first Lannister. But the voice that stood out the most is his father's voice. He sees in the darkness his father standing beside Cersei and their son Joffrey, and behind them are more people with golden hair. He asks Cersei why their father brought them there, but she answers that this is his place, not hers. And she turns to leave. He begs her to stay and then begs for a sword because he feels that there's something terrible living in the dark. Tywin says that he has one, and Jaime finds it in the water at his feet. Did I say that this place is flooded? Oh well.
I don't
It's
remember.
flooded. He hears a splash behind him and he whirls around to find Brienne. Her hands are bound and she's naked. She tells him that she swore an oath to keep him safe and raises her hands to him. He breaks the chains binding her and she asks him for a sword, and one appears at her waist. She asks him what lives in the darkness, and Jaime tells her it's doom. She hears something and points, and he sees men on horseback. He recognizes them. They are Oswell Went, John Derry, Lewin Martell, Gerald Hightower, the White Bull, and Sir Arthur Dane, the Sword of Morning. And crowned in mist and grief, Rhaegar Targaryen.
Oh.
Brienne tells them that she swore a holy oath to keep him safe, and they sadly answer that they all swore oaths. The Shades want to punish Jaime for killing King Aerys and breaking his oath. I think they might be White Cloaks, all of them. I know Sir Arthur Dane and Gerald were.
Yeah, that's what.
Maybe the other three were too. Yeah, they were Rhaegar's men.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or technically Aerys' men, but also Rhaegar's.
Yeah, I think so.
Jaime tries to justify his actions, saying that the king was going to kill everyone, but they don't care. He wakes up screaming as the Shades surround him. Or surround them. I think he holds a lot of guilt to have this very vivid dream
Yeah,
about these men
I have to
that
agree.
he used to work beside, be teammates with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were White Cloaks together. They were a group. They're all dead.
And that was his doing.
Hmm.
I'm noticing
Like
he thinks about being the Kingslayer a lot and what he did back then. And it makes me wonder if it's new for him to think about it this much, or if he always has, even like before we knew him as a perspective character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this something that haunts him constantly, or is there something that's kind of bringing this up? Maybe it's being away from Cersei.
I wonder if it is, because Cersei, like, he's like, what's that word when two people are really attached to each other, but in an unhealthy way?
Codependent?
Yeah. I wonder if they're codependent with each other. And when separated,
so.
like, they experience, like, bad anxiety.
Yeah.
So I know Jaime most definitely is.
Yeah.
Maybe Cersei is too.
I think so. She's done
really
some, like,
Oosh.
freaking out.
Yeah, she has.
And, like, acting out in, like, odd ways.
Yeah, she does.
Like, sleeping with her cousin.
Who is this Jaime stand-in? Yeah. I like how in his dream, though, like, Brienne appears and they team up.
Yeah! Partners!
I love that. Adorable.
And Cersei's not in the dream at all, is she?
She is in the beginning with her father.
Right,
with the rest of the Lannisters who are like, this is your place. Your doom.
Right.
Woo! But I like Brienne being a ride or die beside him. Hell yeah. Anyways, so he's awake and he sees a stump on his right arm and he begins to tear up, mourning his hand again.
Yeah.
Hybern asks if he's okay and offers him more dream wine, but Jaime is like, fuck no more dreams. He's not gonna get his sexy dream with Cersei that night. When he awoke from his dream, like, violently, as he was screaming, he moved some of the moss from the tree stump he was sleeping on, and he sees that the bark is white, and he realizes that this is a heart tree stump.
Oh.
And it makes him think of Winterfell and Ned Stark. But damn, there's a heart tree stump that's definitely magic in that. It gave him this vivid dream. Not just the dream wine that did it.
Ooh.
I'm wondering if like there's something
Probably something
more to this
prophetic about
dream.
this too, yeah.
Some hints. Like being told something.
That maybe the Lannister life is not his path. Or maybe that he needs to face his past.
Ooh.
Head on.
Or face the doom that's down there. Was it just the shades? Was that the doom? Or was there something else?
There's probably something else.
Beyond the shades.
But it could also be saying that Brienne is gonna be good for you, man. She will be there.
This is your ride or die.
This is your partner.
Teammate.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, his old teammates are trying to like kill him, and then his new one shows up by his side. Oh my god. I love this. I love Jaime's chapters. Anyways,
It is so fascinating watching him
ultimate
transformed.
duo. Watching go from asshole to someone who's like still an asshole but's trying.
And she's a huge part of this. He's so confused by how much he like respects her.
Yeah.
But like also feels like is like looking down on her, and it's like really conflicting. Because she's not a typical lady.
She's not a beautiful woman. To him, like, he's like, what the fuck use are you then?
Yeah.
But he sees the youth and has tons of respect for her. Like, relearning his old views. Anyways, he asks Qyburn if he believes in ghosts, and Qyburn gets serious and tells him, like, yeah. And he tells him about a female spirit who resided at the Citadel. Qyburn says that if a person can leave their scent behind in a room, then a person may be able to leave some of their soul when they die. Jaime asks for his horse to be saddled and says that he's gotta head back to Harrenhal ASAP. Steelshanks refuses, but Jaime tells him that unless he brings him back to Harrenhal right now, he will tell his father that it was Bolton who ordered his hand cut off, and that it was Steelshanks who did the slicing. Steelshanks is horrified, but Jaime says that if he doesn't go, or if they do turn around, he'll be paid handsomely. And Steelshanks immediately changes his tone. He's like, gold? Gold? Like, got him. And soon they're heading back to Harrenhal. Jaime pushes his horse hard and they reach Harrenhal. Harrenhal looks deserted, but Jaime hears a distant roar, followed with laughter. So he follows that sound. And as he's heading, he realizes, holy crap, they put her in the fucking bear pit. Fuck these dudes. At the pit, Brienne is wearing the same dress that she did with their supper with Lord Bolton. She has no armor or mail, but at least she has a sword. And Jaime notices that she isn't actually using it and is in the defensive.
Well, it's a fucking bear.
Yeah, right? Fuck. I'd be like shitting myself, or my bladder would be letting go, all that. Anyhow. Jaime approaches Lord Vargo, who nearly spills his wine with surprise. Jaime orders him to pull her out, but Vargo's like, she's mine. Each time the bear approaches Brienne, she pokes it with her sword and it backs away a little before it comes back. He watches as Brienne circles the bear and hits its back. Jaime proudly expected to see blood spray out, and when it doesn't, he realizes that she's using a blunt tourney sword. He just gets pissed. He demands again that Vargo release her, and he will pay her ransom. But Vargo is like, you want her? You get her. So Jaime does. He jumps into the pit, and Brienne is astonished to see her. He tells her to get behind him and grabs a human jaw bone and chucks it at the bear's face, missing it by a yard. He's like, fuck my left hand. Brienne tries to run around Jaime because it's her duty to protect him. but he kicks her legs out from under her, and then he sits on her to keep her down. When he sits, he hears a twang, and an arrow appears under the bear's eye. More twangs come, more arrows appear over its body, and it falls dead. Vargo shrieks, and the mummers pull out their swords, ready for a brawl. Rorge urges Vargo to let them kill them all, but Vargo notices that his men are all drunk, while Jaime's escort is sober, outnumbers them, and they already have their crossbows reloaded and pointed at them. Vargo tells Jaime that he has chosen to be merciful and is letting them go. As they leave, Brienne thanks Jaime, but asks why he came back for her. And despite the cruel quips coming to his mind, tells her that he had a dream of her. And that's why he came.
Aww.
Adorable. And that's that.
I knew he would come back for her.
You're like, yes. Yep. Of course you did from the fucking show.
Well, there's that, and also, like...
You gotta.
Just, logically, if we're going to see more of Brienne, which the story, like, kind of feels like we have to, she's gotta be with Jaime, because he's the perspective character here.
Yeah.
And, I also noticed that when Steelshanks called her the wench, Jaime corrected him and said her name is Brienne.
Oh, I missed that part. He's the only one who can call her wench. No one else. That's how it is.
Yep.
There's a lot of, I guess I'm stupid as fuck because I don't know how to describe the dreams of the old lady and then Jaime's dreams. A lot of dreams. A lot of vivid dreams.
A lot of stuff to
that
interpret.
I liked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vivid dreams to interpret. I'm into that shit. Hell yeah.
Me
It's
too.
all fun.
Same. And I trust it's not over.
Me too. There's be more dreams.
More dreams, please.
More vision.
I'll order another round of visions. Thank you.
Yeah. Please and thank you.
Anyway. All right. Thank you so much for listening. If you want more of the podcast, please follow us on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at TIGBAB Podcast, or you can follow us separately. My handle is Crimby, Jess's is Jess.Egan24. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search TIGBAB Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and we should show up there. Also, please subscribe to our good friend Bahrami on YouTube. He's the one who made our jingle, which you heard at the start of this episode, and he's a really cool guy and makes dope stuff, so check him out. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/teaisgoodbooksarebetter. We have a few different tea-themed tiers with fun rewards, such as behind-the-scenes content, outtakes, and mini-episodes in which we force our brother to watch Game of Thrones, which he hates. So you will be getting something in return for your contribution, and you'd also be helping us improve the podcast with better equipment, but we also just appreciate you listening. And please don't forget to share the podcast with your family and your friends. It is the best way for us to grow. We'll see you next time with Catelyn and Sam. Ooh.
Ooh. Maybe another Arya. Who knows?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably in the next one. All right, bye.
Bye.